So Tommy corrected us. I am Nabia, and you're welcome to Zed Decor Live. Zed Decor Live is proudly hosted by Zed Multimedia, the number one platform that discusses intentionally lifestyle, leisure, and it's that business platform that discusses everything that you need to know, devoid of noise and all that chaos that you find on your radios in the morning. I'm not throwing shade, I'm just being realistic. Today, we're going to discuss another important topic when it comes to our built industry in Ghana. Housing, urban housing. Housing is so important. The middle class is that class which holds the country, and we need to house ourselves. I won't take myself out of it. We're going to discuss it and understand what it means truly by urban housing and what we are all looking for and the prospects, because we have a couple of settlements that fit into that description, and then look at like the future, because now we say there's a big push, so there are roads, there are hospitals, there are schools, there are things happening, and all these things are essential when you're discussing urban housing. So we'll do a spot of music, I'll come back with my DIY, and then I'll introduce my guest who happens to work in one of such communities, which is Apollonia City. All right, so don't turn that dial anywhere. Stick with us. This is Z 101.9 FM. So Adina, or this particular song was one of my favorites. I just told DJ Way that this song, it was that song that I kept playing over and over and over again. I think some of our songs we should just send them back to for Grammy consideration because some of them are like just good. Anyway, you're welcome back. This is Z 101.9 FM, and if you just tuned in, you're listening to Zed Decor Live, and it is time for our discussion on DIY. DIY is that intentional segment where we set out to discuss things that you can do on your own without having to necessarily go and look for an artisan or a craftsman to help you do that. There's some things that you can just do and save a quick coin. Today we're looking at what we can do to clean our metal finishing and metal accents. We use metal for accents such as tables, for vases, little plates where you can keep your keys. You can keep little nothings at the either at the entryway or in the main living area on your dining table. Sometimes we also have them as legs of our furniture, that is our couches, our wing chairs, and all of that. As usual, due to human activity, due to the weather, it changes. Dirt clinches on and becomes nasty, and it turns into something altogether. So our DIY segment for today is talking about using lemon juice and salt as a natural scrub. Okay, and this I have used before, particularly for the furniture which is made out of metal, which is outside, because like your balcony, your patio furniture, your porch, and all of that, we normally want to use metal chairs because it can resist the weather much better, and as compared to wood, it can deal with the elements of the weather much better, but you still have to take care of it. And this is the one way of taking care of it, using lemon juice. And we have lemon in this country, right? So lemon juice and salt as a natural scrub. All you need to do is to mix lemon and salt and make a paste, right? And apply it. It's just as simple as that. Just squeeze a good amount, the 2-to-1 ratio, more of lime, less of salt. The 1 portion is for the salt, the 2 portion is for the lemon juice. Mix it very well into a paste and use that to buff where the metal is, and you realize that you have a clean shine. And I mean, if you're somebody who really cooks, you know that these are things our mothers use to clean their pots and pans. Okay, so it's one of those. And always make sure that once you do that, you rinse with clean water and you buff with a dry cloth for it to shine. But this is also limited to particular types of metal. So you have to focus on brass, copper, stainless steel, and aluminium, because metal also reacts to certain things, right? So be cautious that if you use it on iron would rust. Iron doesn't like that kind of pressure. So you always go to those who sell the iron rods furniture, and they will give you the creams or the paste that they use to clean. Don't just use lemon because I say so. So iron is out of the equation, and some stainless alloys, but most often than not, the ones that we use for furniture and like for homes and offices, these ones you can use the lemon juice and salt as a scrub to bring back the shine. You can live or operate around dirty or funny looking furniture. It's not even good for your mental health. It's not even good aesthetically. Okay, all right. So we're going to delve right into our discussion, and I'm going to immediately ask my guest to introduce himself. I would want to ask him to introduce himself, and then I'll ask him how he unwinds. It's an intentional question. I'll explain to him why I'm asking him that. Good afternoon.
Afternoon, Abia.
Can you come closer to my mic for me?
Okay.
Don't run away from me.
Sure. Is it better?
Yes, please. Okay. Much, much better.
All right.
All right. So, please, introduction, your name, and where you're coming from.
All right. So, my name is Uriel Marquaye.
Okay.
I am the commercial real estate advisor team lead for Apollonia City.
Okay.
Apollonia City is a development by Rendezvous. It's a 2,325 urban development. It is mixed use, fully serviced, and controlled development by Rendezvous. Rendezvous, as I mentioned, is the largest urban city builder. We are in Nigeria, we are in Kenya, we are in Zambia, we are in DRC as well as Ghana as Apollonia City.
Okay.
So the model of Rendezvous is that across this development, it is the concept is around live, work, play.
I like that because
Yes.
it's important. You can't work just like that.
Yes,
you
like
have
that.
to live
Yes.
properly and play. Please go
Yes.
ahead. Don't mind me.
Sure. So when we talk about live, that caters for the residential side
Okay.
of the city. So currently, if you come to Apollonia City, you're going to see the Oxford and the Muse, about 100 townhouses, 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, detached and semi-detached units. The Oxford phase 1 is completely sold out. We're also selling some phases of the Muse now.
Okay.
There's full occupancy at the Oxford as well as the Muse.
Okay.
Some are even using it for Airbnb, etc. So the city is active. We also have the fully serviced plots.
Okay.
Those are the Nova Ridges, where the individual gets to build their own design.
Okay.
We don't restrict in those particular areas. We only approve the designs.
Okay.
So when you come there, you see most of the diasporans building mega mansions. Some of the beautiful mansions in Ghana is in Apollonia City
Okay.
at this particular moment.
Okay.
And then we also have the semi-service plots. That is the Walla Park. Walla in Ghana means life. So it's a very serene semi-service area where also the individual gets to build their own design. But this time around, the services, the amenities, the electricity, the water, the drains, the power comes to the entrance of the enclave, then you tap to your various plots.
Okay.
For the Nova Regis, the premium side, the amenities comes right at the doorstep of your plot
Okay.
or the house that you are living in.
Okay.
So that's on the left side, the residential section. And then we have the work. So when you come to Apollonia now, we have about 200 acre that is dedicated for light industry. Here we are referring to the textiles, the garments, the pharmaceuticals, everything light.
Okay.
It can be at the Apollonia Industrial Park.
Okay.
We also have the commercial sections. We have the mixed use sections as well. We have the Duma Place, which is a commercial building that is completed now. It's a 2,000 square meter office complex for shops, for hospitals, anything retail can fit in this particular space, and we are renting it now.
Okay.
So that is on the work side. So you live and then you work and then you play.
Okay.
So the play caters for the recreation side of the city. So the event centers, name them, all the entertainment that you can think about is catered for under the recreation side. And then we also have the social as part of the play. So the hospitals, the schools. As we speak now, there's a 2,000 boarding facility that's about 70% completed. They'll be start the opening it in September this year, built by a private developer. So Apollonia City is alive, and the live work play is our definition of a healthy lifestyle. Okay. So as an introduction, that is it about me.
But you see, I didn't even interrupt you because I wanted you to go through all of that, because that is essentially what we are looking for as a middle class.
Right.
Or not, let me not even say middle class. That's essentially what we're looking for as human beings or individuals who work, who earn a salary, and want to make sure that they live in a dignified position. Because you want to work well, you want to live well.
Live in proximity.
Exactly.
The model is sitting such that you cut certain commuting costs.
Okay.
In Ghana, currently, the real estate is structured in such a way that the estate is happening somewhere, and then the job is also somewhere. So you see somebody living around Oyarefa, and he has to move all the way to Tema or to even Accra CBD to work.
Yeah.
We are not building those type of cities. Ours is master planned to include the live side, the residential, the commercial, and the industrial, as well as the entertainment. So everything you need in one place. That is Apollonia City. Yeah.
The more I think about it, then it's like you modeled your city around how Tema was supposed to be.
Exactly.
Tema is supposed to be like all the workers live there, the schools are there, the hospitals are there, the trains, everything is there.
Exactly.
Then you have the industrial city.
Yes. So just as you said, just imagine Tema now, but much more better, much more upgraded, much more controlled.
Okay.
Kwame Nkrumah had a vision for Tema. Currently, we don't. That's not what we are seeing.
No, of course.
But imagine it's much more organized. That's what we are building at Apollonia City on the 2,325 acres.
Okay.
So if you're an individual looking for that kind of serene environment, secured environment, that you don't have to stress through traffic, the infrastructure is not overwhelmed, then Apollonia City is your right choice. Yeah.
All right, let's come to the urban housing landscape proper. I want to pick your thoughts on these things.
Right.
What do you think is the current state of urban housing in Ghana? From where you sit?
Well, it is growing.
Is it growing well?
Thankfully, that is why Rendezvous is here with Apollonia City.
Okay.
On a 2,300 acre, we have structured ourselves in a way that infrastructure is leading before the housing comes in.
So are you trying to say that across board, let me take Rendezvous out, let me take Apollonia out, are you trying to say people are not, that is our problem in Ghana, the infrastructure is like zero, but the houses are coming?
Exactly. Houses and townhouses, real estate companies are sprawling all over the place. And then the government has to change them with the infrastructure, which is not sustainable. And it brings a lot of burden on the government. So that is the current problem that we have now. If you just quite remember, there was just a little blockade on the Tetequashing interchange recently.
That thing was, oh my
crazy.
God.
There was heavy traffic.
You know I was in it. I nearly wept.
Yeah.
Okay, I wept.
Yes.
because
the city is congested.
It was like everything was falling on
falling on it, yes.
Oh
people are
God.
living far away. They have to come to Accra, and they will have to go back.
Yeah.
The strategy is to decongest Accra. And that is what we are doing at Apollonia City.
Okay.
So that the infrastructure that is already overwhelmed will not get much more weaker. So people are living Kaswa way back of Kaswa. They are waiting for roads to be done, and waiting for infrastructure to be done. But at Apollonia City, we are doing the roads. We've done the drainage systems. There's already electricity. We have our own substation. We don't go off with 6 feeder lines.
Okay.
There's internet availability. So we have placed the infrastructure first, and then for the housing to follow. And whatever needs that may be for the next 50 or 100 years, that is why it's a master plan city. We've catered for every need of that of Apollonia City as we are constructing. Yes.
But if let's still stay there. I want to understand something. So if we are still, if the houses are springing up and the basic of infrastructure, even I use base, it's not basic, but like a simple thing like a road, it's not there, but the houses are there and all of that. Do you think it would ever cross it? Like it would ever
meet at a point? At the current rates, I doubt. That is why you spoke about big push in your introduction.
Yeah.
Yes, the government has to now cough money to do all this big push because housing has spread and people require this infrastructure. And it's a toll on the government's budget, honestly. So, like I said, the whole idea is to let's decongest some of the central areas. Let's build and plan better cities like Apollonia City. If that is the angle, it will help all of us to better use the infrastructure the government is giving to us, and also make sure the government is also not heavily burdened providing this infrastructure. So infrastructure must lead before housing. People should not go and live far when they expect the government will spend money to bring infrastructure just because of where they are living. So if you are looking for that environment, immediately Apollonia City solves that particular headache. That's why it's a live, work, and play. You don't have to commute from Apollonia City to Accra to go and work. There's work out there already. When you come on site right now, there are about 5 companies already operational. There's Indus Ghana, then 2 Oxygen Production, there's Palace Biscuit, there's May One, there's Nick Seth. About 16 companies also own assets and are working on their permits to construct.
Okay.
So at full capacity, it's supposed to take about 100,000 residents.
Okay.
And all of these 100,000 residents, the infrastructure need has been catered for because of the master planning of the city before we even began.
Okay.
Yes.
But the thing also is people have this phobia for, and I don't know where it came from, but people have this phobia for houses and homes that are sort of outside the spaces they want. Because Apollonia, oh, beautiful concept, and they'll say, Dodoa.
Yes.
Then everybody's like, Dodoa, you know. Kaswa. I don't know why we've made Kaswa look like it's a lousy living place, but I'm sure there are companies and there are people there with beautiful homes and houses. In your opinion, this is not Apollonia's opinion, why do you feel we have sort of made living at the outskirts like a very sad thing to do? Because housing or land there is cheaper.
Yes.
But people are still fighting to get land in East Legon. Sorry to East Legon, but people are trying to get land in East Legon. But you can go to Dodoa, go to Mensaba, go to all the way down there and get land. So why have we made it look like those places are for poor people? And
I think
what's that?
For the first of all, I would say it's normal. Yeah. Place we are living at East Legon used to be a bush. Zed is at East Legon, but yet not long ago here used to be a bush until it became a hot cake because of availability of certain infrastructure and the location to the airport, proximity to certain amenities like the police station, to entertainment. There's a lot of nightclubs now in East Legon. You don't even have to go to Oksu to have fun, etc. So if people want to live around, it's because of the amenities that are available in that particular area.
Oh, but there are a few, when you are driving to Adjai, you see laundries, you see some schools. I've even seen some 1 or 2 shawarma joints. But I don't know. I'm just trying to, I don't know if you get my question. Like, people just make it look like living in those areas is...
Yes. So I was getting there.
Oh, please.
Yes. It's so they look at those lack of amenities in those areas and probably have those type of position. They feel probably not secured. They feel they can't have fun in those places. If you're even going to look for a shop, where do you go?
Exactly.
Those type of questions. That is why concepts like Polonia City has come in. And I mentioned that if the government can be very intentional about it to decongest and plant cities before they grow, some of these things immediately can be catered for whilst development is ongoing. One thing that such individuals also misses the investment potentials.
Talk about it.
Not so long ago, like I said, East Legon used to be a bush, but now how much is a plot of land at East Legon? Right? So the potential at the Dodoa, the potential at the OEB, the potential at the Apollonia City in terms of appreciation in land in the long term, some also fail to look at that. And I must also say that this is also predominantly, please don't come and beat me up, a ladies thing.
Oh, see you.
Yeah, you ladies.
See you.
When you look at, for example, you've rented, let me say, around Laboni. Yeah, okay, and your husband say, okay, let's move to Pram Pram. The first thing you go like,
Oh, that's true. Why are you taking me out?
To Pram Pram all the way. Because you are seeing the bushes and you don't feel safe, you don't feel secured. Yeah, so if people could plan like what Apollonia City is doing, where when you come to Apollonia, there's 24-hour security in place. We have the military patrolling every night. We have a police station also close by. We have our own internal security system. So across the boundary, you are safe. Also, we've also placed CCTV cameras at certain strategic locations to help people feel much more safer. All of this, if it goes into the early planning, the master planning of the city, it could make people move away out of that fear and feel more comfortable to stay. People are living in Apollonia City now, even though we have not developed at full capacity. People are even doing Airbnb. People come to Ghana in December and they don't want to live in the Osu. They want to come to Apollonia, the quiet side. Coded. And just be there. When you step out, all you see is greens, you see the beautiful mountains. There are some also who prefer that. So if the master planning at the early stage can happen, some of these fears could go away. And for those who are not looking at those type of investments, you are missing on a future value. Like East Legon.
But you see, I like the way you keep going back to what Apollonia is offering and all of that. But you see, then what somebody sitting somewhere also says that then it comes down to cost, not cost at Apollonia, but it makes the whole, if you want to have that kind of setup, then it's an expensive thing. Then it comes back to this question we always have of affordable housing. Because ideally we're supposed to have these things: security, water flowing, good roads, good drainage if it rains, no flooding, 24-hour electricity, a place to play golf, a place to walk around, a park. We're supposed to have these things.
Yes.
These things are part of our livelihood as
Yes.
people.
Yes.
But it looks like, not Apollonia, but it looks like those places that have these things, then it's priced a certain way, then we are priced out of the market.
That's why they go beyond such places, and also exactly.
Your thoughts on that?
Yeah. So in terms of the pricing, usually what I tell people is look at the value that is being presented to you, right? You mentioned there should be the garden, the greens, there should be the schools, there should be the amenities. All those things come at a cost, including infrastructure. Recently, when it rained and Adenta all the way towards our end got flooded, Apollonia City didn't get flooded because we've planned it, and the infrastructure in place caters for all these activities. So in terms of the pricing, don't look at a bush somewhere or a land that you feel, oh, this place, okay, we can set up a later, infrastructure will come. Look for a place that is well planned. And for the fact that it's well planned, look at that particular value. If you can, for Apollonia City, for example, we have a payment plan. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years payment plan that you can comfortably do.
But Uriel, people are not paid well in this country.
Yes.
So what happens is then you have only experts, which is not your fault.
Right.
I mean, I've built my houses. I mean, these are my facilities. You might as well come in. But I want you to step out of Apollonia and come and sit by me. Where I sit, all these things, how much are people earning? Is it that people should go for mortgages? Is it that people should save? What is the thing? Because housing is an issue. And we need to live in dignified houses, live in dignified spaces. But it looks like when you do the math is not adding up.
Right. It's true. The average income in Ghana is not desirable. But you must build. You must, if you want to own your own house, you want to stop paying rent, you must do something, right? One thing I always advise people is once there's a plan, there's a way. Okay, you have 90% of the solution, the 10% you can do a little bit of savings. You can take your time with payment plans with certain companies. Mortgages too are available. If your income brackets can be able to do that. I can't remember, there's a man who told me that the first house he bought, he borrowed from a friend. Okay, so such sources too are there. When you borrow, please also pay back.
I'm about to say that one is a big problem. It's a big problem.
Please also pay back. But predominantly in terms of priority, if there's a payment plan, take advantage of it.
Okay.
There are a lot of these real estate companies in Ghana that offer very flexible payment plans that as you work, you can be putting something down before you realize you have a plot, and before you realize you have a home. Building a home is not overnight. It takes a while. So there's no rush, I would say. Just have a plan, and I think you have a solution, and take advantage of payment plans, I would say. Yeah.
Should we just forget about this tag affordable houses and just say that no, we are building houses, this is the cost? Because you say a house is $50,000 and it has to be pegged. Finance minister, please, I'm sorry, but I have to make this point. It's pegged at dollars because our city is not stable. So if we do a quick calculation, that means the house could cost, say, 500K. Now, 500K, I don't know how many people can readily afford it, but you see $50,000 and they'll say this affordable housing. It's just because they haven't they haven't done the conversion and put the conversion price there. I have reached a point where I think we should just be honest to ourselves and just say that, you know what, affordable housing is nice, it's cute, but let's just take that affordable out of the tag and just say houses for sale, or maybe houses for government workers, so that people can look at it in, this is what it costs, this is what it is. Because once you say affordable housing, then people have a perception of it should be cheaper, but you know very well that it can't be cheaper, because even when you finish the cost of building the house and the cost of maintaining the house and maintaining the community is a thing. You know, this is my view, but what do you think? I think we should just take the bull by the horn and just remove the affordable and say, you know what, houses for sale. This is how much we are building for civil servants. It costs this is how much we are building for nurses. It costs. So we stop, like, how do you say, stop tickling ourselves and scaring ourselves at the same time. Because that's what we are doing.
Okay, I think so achievable.
Okay.
The affordable housing
Tell me.
concepts. Recently, last year, November, October, we're in China.
Okay.
They have technology for building very affordable homes.
Okay.
That's even within the cost. Again, sorry to mention dollars here, $11,000. Okay, for using the technology that they have.
And that's relatively cheap.
It's very cheap. So I think maybe we are failing to look at the options in terms of technology, what we can use tech to do in terms of building to make it very affordable.
So let me interrupt you. So those houses that you saw, can they withstand our kind of weather?
Yes.
Okay.
That is one of the main reasons why we went there, to bring such kind of investors down here into Ghana, to come get a place at Apollonia City. We are coming with a product that we call the pension homes. So we were looking for something really affordable that somebody who's going on pension or is even on pension can use their tier 3 or in school to actually acquire. So that's why one of the reasons why we went there. So we have to look at the various options available in terms of building quality homes but very affordable. And I think if you look around, we'll be able to find very meaningful solutions to that. What we are building now is much more skewed towards luxury and finishings and etc.
So I've seen you people Dubai houses. I've seen all of you. The Dubai finish.
it makes the pricing skewed towards a certain direction, right? Whilst we are about this 1.8 million deficits of housing to be met, so it is still achievable in my opinion. We just have to look at options in construction that can make everybody get a home or afford a home or a property here in Ghana. Yeah.
So if I'm listening to you again, I'm taking you back to your China trip. So it means that it's something that they've sat down, they've thought of concept-wise, and I'm sure it wasn't just a mason and a foreman who just sat down and said, let's do this. I'm sure they had urban planners, they had architects, they have structural engineers, they have all of that. I know how you're going to answer this question, but I still want to ask you intentionally. Why do we not involve these key people when we are putting up urban housing projects? Exactly.
So I think it's a failure of implementation of the policymakers as well as our regulators. If they're intentional about it, there's a lot of these nuances that we can do away with and plan and build better. So I mean, it's also something that we are advocating at Apollonia City through Endeavor to see how government can actually enforce some. We have very good policies in Ghana.
Wait, do you know we have so many beautiful,
even in terms of housing.
Yes.
Very good policies.
Our laws are so correct,
but the implementation is the issue. So if leadership can be very bold and act on certain things and not be political in viewing certain, somebody should go and build in a river. And because they wave a certain flag, you overlook them, and then the next party comes and collapse them. These things has to stop, right? So the solution is the intentionality of our government to make sure that the right things are done. And we plan better for ourselves.
Because we have the expertise. We have the architects are there, the structural engineers are there. Recently, I think I saw an article in our newspaper, which is New Finder newspaper, which spoke about the surveyors. They have a new building now, which they have like their headquarters. And I was very surprised, like, hey, so surveyors, so they have a headquarters in Ghana.
They'll come in between this studio.
And I've had 2 surveyors here already, so I can imagine they will beat me. Yeah, but if you just tuned in, you're listening to Uriel. Uriel is coming from Apollonia/Endeavor, and we've spoken extensively about the master plan that Apollonia is using and how we can use that to feed into our urban design and our urban discussions, because at the end of the day, what's your tagline? Live,
work, play.
So important.
Healthy living.
That's what gives you a dignified living experience.
Yes.
You can't just focus on one and do one. And where you live, where you sleep, how you even sleep, how you wake up, the environment, even the air, all that is important. If you live in a very stressed, sleep in a stressed position, you wake up, everything is awful, you can't even work well. I'm lying.
At Apollonia City, when I'm taking people on site and I tell, look, you work 8 hours, you come out, just look around. Beautiful view.
Yes, the
We
views
have
are
debris
important.
all around us. There are greens all around us. So yeah, it's very important for our psychological well-being. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we've spoken a whole lot about stuff. Let's talk about developers, right? We spoke about views right now. That what brought to the question. Why are we fascinated with finishes that involve concretizing everything? Then we complain that the Accra is hot.
Accra is hot and it's getting flooded. So those are some of the things that probably we discussed already. If policy was in place and say, okay, Oyarifa, for example, should have this number of green spaces. If you are building, you should have this type of greenery in front of your house. If there's an implementation of such
so
policy,
it still comes back to the district
assemblies.
But you, the person building, you can't see that.
So I mean,
right?
sorry to take you back to Apollonia again.
Yeah.
As Apollonia is now, you can't even uproot a weed without approval.
Okay.
That's how serious we take green spaces and the walkways, etc. So it is very important that we be intentional about some of these activities, or everyone will be concrete, and then very soon we'll have no air to breathe.
It's true, because sometimes when I step out and I'm looking at how the place is set up, right? You see a beautiful house in front, some attempt to do a lawn and all of that. Then right next door, there's nothing.
Yes.
And you're like, so who is going to implement what? Is it the assembly which will come around, and all they come and do is take ground rent? But are they looking at the ground?
No. So all these things, if that particular area was master planned from beginning, we would know what actually should be done.
So should we break the houses? Area.
You break somebody's house now.
Because
I think maybe the harm has been done, but there's still more arable lands left.
Okay.
What we can do is to plan better, and if it's some of the old cities or towns, improvements can still be done. We don't need to break down houses. Improving cities across the world, people have done it, and we know it is very possible. Again, China used to have this problem with pollution, but currently when you go, you see all the green across their roads. They are very intentional. Whilst you are driving across the roads, I mean, the landscaping is so beautiful, and they did all this because they had a problem of heavy pollution in Beijing and etc. They've taken factories outside Beijing to certain locations, and if you are setting up, there are certain requirements that you are supposed to meet in terms of emissions and tree planting.
Ghana, when you mentioned you want to take, if you want to do second capital cities of certain regions, the people will beat you. We don't like that.
So it comes back to the intentionality.
Yeah.
If we want to develop, then we must develop for ourselves. Nobody's come to develop for us. Or this chaos will continue. Our children will come and bear it.
Then we have to have a how do you call it? We have to have an intentional. Is this symposium? No, seriously. The way we can organize conferences. I think one of I don't know who will do it, but somebody has just come and say, you know what, everybody should just come. This is what we are facing.
We are not talking, we are doing.
Yeah.
That's what they did, and they solved it, right? We were surprised to see certain areas that there have been flowers growing. A road like, I'm just going to take, for example, the N1.
Okay.
How many greens do you see within N1?
There's nothing.
Yeah.
What really annoys me? Yeah. Please don't try and beat me up. The median, the middle, and we've left it, and it's weedy.
Yes.
And we put signposted
billboards all over.
What was that?
But when you go to certain places, you don't have that. As you are driving throughout the median, you are seeing some greens.
Yeah.
You are seeing some flowers. It's really relaxing to you as you are driving.
Yeah, so
right. So those are the things, the master planning and being intentional about implementing city development plans. Yeah.
Oh goodness. So is there hope? You're laughing. Is there hope?
The hope is in all of us. If we all come together like Rendezvous to plan and develop like that, hopefully our leaders can learn from it and can work with all of us. Yeah.
Okay. There's a question here I want you to look at.
Sure.
The question says, what impact does poor planning have on long-term city development?
Right. A lot of impact. We're already seeing them already. When the rainy season starts in Ghana, all of us are beginning to shake.
Yeah.
I think just weekend I had some houses were collapse around the Osu, etc. That's what will happen. Chaos, right? So, but if you are planning for the long term, we are master planning Oyarefa, we are master planning Osu, we are master planning Boteman, we are master planning Apollonius OEB, we are master planning them. All of these things can be averted. Even if there's going to be any correction, it's not going to be so hurtful to somebody who has spent a lot of money to build a home, because it will be easy to do. And that is what we have done throughout whenever in our development here.
Okay. Then there's another question. Can Ghana balance rapid urbanization with quality living standards? You've answered it kind of, but I want you to like...
We can. I still think we can. It's not about pulling down old structures. Let's see how we can build upon them.
I want you to pull them down.
And make them better. That is what probably is happening. Now when you drive into cantonments, you even recognize it. Yeah, you don't even recognize the history. Laboni. You don't even, but these are areas that has cultural history.
Yes.
That has certain elements to a Ghanaian. But skyscrapers are coming, new buildings are coming up. Yes. So as I'm saying, old places can be improved, but not necessarily we have to collapse buildings to make it look better.
That's why I like the University of Ghana campus.
Yeah.
Well, I hear tech too is like that, but you see the University of Ghana, the old buildings are still there. And when you go there, there's history that you can remember. You just see it. It's like you're walking into. It's only when you get to certain parts that you realize that this is a new building. But even that, if you take a look at the roof, the way that the tiles, you know that they still try to maintain all the roofing
exactly
to look like
that is a master plan area, and there's an enforcement there.
You cannot do anything like
so that. If we say, okay, cantonment is congested, okay, let's have a new cantonment, Chado, now they call it. Let's master plan, but now see Chado too. It's the same thing, mistakes we are making, right? So that's a problem. It comes back to the same point, the implementation and being intentional about master planning and development.
Oh my goodness. And you said there's hope.
There's hope. For me, I feel fine, we've done some mistake, but if you can pause, rethink, we can do the right things moving forward.
Okay. So there's another question that I want you to look at. We've made roads the main thing. Why do you think, this is just you, why do you think we're running away from rail? Trains?
I don't think we are running away from rail.
Then
I think
what are we doing?
I think it's a willingness not to do. Because
you're making the question quite for me. I don't even like the way I'm even started. Because I think we're running away from it.
No. I think whether we are afraid
of what?
Fine, it's capital intensive, but it solves a lot of problems.
Oh my goodness, really?
Right? Look at the speed train from China. You can move within cities with ease, within 2 hours, 3 hours. The decongestion that it can help us do is so glaring to us.
I don't even think I'll drive again.
Yes, but thankfully now we have Tema to Impakadan.
Yes, the Impakadan.
Which is working. We are hoping for more. For me, I think it's just a willingness, and for me, it's also about intentionality. We want to do it and make sure that it is working. We are building roads, we are expanding roads, the existing infrastructure. I don't think that's the solution, right? It's still going to go back to the same congestion later on. So if you are looking more towards the railway line, taking a lot of people off the road onto the rails, even our rivers, right? We can make use. Why should you drive all the way to Kumasi? Maybe you can take a train to, again, in Pakadan, take a boat to Kumasi.
So relaxed,
right? All of this type of transportation systems we can look at just to help to decongest our roads. But I feel maybe the government maybe is not looking at those options. But for me, if it was me, those are the options I'll be looking at. Yeah.
The trucks, I'm asking this. I'm just looking at my parents live on in Sawam stretch. Yes, the roads you can see. Okay, beautiful road expansion and all, but I still say because it is one of the major transits. Burkina, all those. So that you still see the trucks, and they still park on the side of the road, roads, and the weight and the destruction to the road. And most of these trucks are not coming from Ghana, like you mentioned, and they come in, destroy our roads, and go. We are a very liberal country. Why?
That's our problem.
Oh, yeah, why? I know it's not part of it, but why? Tell me.
We are the most friendliest African country, and the other international persons.
I've never heard that we've closed our border because we're upset, but someone can decide to close the border because tomatoes, onion, they just close.
No. Ghana
we don't. I've never heard us do anything.
We are a very peaceful country.
They're spoiling our sea.
Spoil our own. They have to find enough money to correct all this infrastructure. So, again, the technology in transportations, we can make use of them.
Yeah.
In Pakadan, I understand is supposed to do away with some of these problems. So when the containers come at the Tama port, they'll go to the Pakadan railway line. To Pakadan, there'll be river barges.
Okay.
I think all the way to Buankra. So I've forgotten the cut-off point, and they use the road from that particular point. So as soon as that's implemented, we may see some easing of pressure on the roads in Accra.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about furnishing. Furnishing is one of my favorite topics because that's actually what I do. So, furnishing, the houses that we are building, are we furnishing? I'm talking about inside. Are we furnishing it properly? Are we furnishing it well? Because the reason I'm asking is we are looking at the Dubai finish of leather seats, looking at the European finish of leather seats and all. You know very well that you've built your house, there's heat, you don't have enough AC, you don't have enough aeration. And you bring in these chairs and they don't do too well.
Too well, yes.
You know, it comes the same thing of we're not intentionally looking for interior architects, interior designers, interior furnishers. What is our problem, Uriel, with furnishing?
I think first it has to do with education. Okay. And also because there's no clear standard.
I like what you just said. There's no standard.
There's no standard. So if, for example, like we have for the food, there's the FDA. If there's a standard of furnishing that's supposed to come into the country, right at the port, certain things will not come in here because we know it is not good for our weather. Yeah. So again, it comes back to the policies and implementers who within this real estate space is actually regulating the type of furnitures and the furniture that are coming in, right? But if there's a body looking into all these things at the port, they check all these things. We'll have quality furnishings here, or even produce locally.
Yes.
To meet, for me, I'm more for that one. Producing locally to meet what we demand, even for the rest of the West African countries who also may require. Some of these things will require private investors. Some of these things also require government's intentionality in promoting people to go into manufacturing to meet what we do. Thankfully, there are some local manufacturers doing that, and we're hoping that they grow. So when you're going to buy, I think get education first. It looks good, but it may not last in the heat room.
Yes.
Right. Some construction companies can build all their thing was just the glass, putting glass everywhere and taking the air away.
Do we have to talk about that one? Do I have time?
So,
that topic.
Yeah.
That topic.
Okay.
Because what? Hey, who told us? Why have we run away from louver blades? Why have we run away from jalousie windows? Why have we even run away? Just even if it's all glass. I have been to the Apollonia before. I've been to one of the townhouses. At least the windows are big. Even if you want to do glass, which is fine. But at least let the
natural air be able to come in. Some are sealed. You can't even open.
You can't.
Yeah, and when they enter, first is AC.
Yes.
Your utility bills are going high.
And the plumbing is always almost bad. So there's always this mold smell.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Again, it goes back to the education and our perception that glass is more beautiful.
Who told us that?
when you come to Apollonia again, there's someone who has done complete brick house.
Yeah.
He doesn't use AC.
Yes.
Natural ventilation.
Yes.
Right. And those are the models we can do for ourselves. Even people can come and do tourism because when you come to Ghana, maybe look at their brick houses, you don't use AC. Yes. It's all natural. So it's possible. It's just about the intentionality. I would say again, it's about the master planning. Decide that okay, this particular area, this is how we build. This is how we build. They can just let people move into these areas and make Ghana look beautiful, head to toe. Everywhere you go, it may look the same or it may look different, depending upon the planning that we have for the area. Ebri now, everybody, you look on the hill, everybody has a house on the hill. Beauty is going away.
Yes.
Who's looking at all these things? Is it master planned?
They are too, it's too close to each other because for that kind of landscape, you need the houses sparsely spaced so that the use of this, there's a reason why you build on such land. There's a reason why the view is so important, you know, and they're just chipping away on the mountain. You can't see. And sometimes I'm like, it just takes one chipping away and the thing would just
come down. Who's monitoring that?
Nobody.
Yes. So again, it goes back to a lot of things that has to do with what our leaders are doing about all these things. They drive there, we all walk there and see it. It's beautiful. But it's not planned well for long-term value. So those are the things that I speak about. Right.
Oh, if you just tuned in, Uriel and I are having a very beautiful discussion. Very beautiful. And we're having it on Zed 101.9 FM. This is Zed Multimedia, that platform that discusses lifestyle, leisure, and business as well. And this is Zed Decor Live. This show will be repeated on Sunday at 5 p.m. It is being live streamed on Facebook, on YouTube, and we are also on Instagram and X as well. So it's an intentional, please, master plan. It's a master plan program. It's not for nothing that we are discussing this. And this discussion you should listen to. You should deliberately go back and listen to, because we are the ones growing, we're the ones building houses, looking for spaces to rent. So we must be even intentional leading up to our old age.
Yes.
We shouldn't just assume that, oh,
I've got in a place, I'm okay.
That's what we do.
Tomorrow can cater for herself.
Yes. The human being, your lifestyle, how are you living? How are you supporting your mental health, your joy, how are you sustaining yourself? It's all important. It all boils down to, it affects you if you're married, how you even deal with your partner, your kids, because if you're irritated in your space, you see them and you want to.
But imagine when you're even having an argument with your wife and you can just go out, take a walk in a green space.
Oh, you become so calm.
And just come back.
But we'll come back and worry you again. As for us, as for my gender, we are like that. You have to live with you people. I don't even know why you resist us.
That's what God made you for us.
Yes.
It was very important you came.
Yes. Yes. The men have accepted. Anyway, we talk about sustainability now in our homes, our environments. What's your take on that?
In terms of sustainability? Yes. So we have to plan for it. Green spaces, energy, efficiency.
Solar. Why are we running from solar?
We are not running from solar. Certain individuals, as we speak now, are taking initiatives like us in terms of solar. It is a matter of how to make it more affordable for people to use them. With the recent power outages, if majority of the Ghanaian market were on solar, could have taken a lot of burden away from the market. Truth be told, it's expensive. So if from the government level, there can be some form of support to make solar more affordable, we can look at that. Again, if there are also maybe local manufacturers that can produce and make it more affordable, I think that's the best way to go. But we always have to import, and that adds a little bit of cost to it. We are not just building and putting solars on top of the houses. It's part of our sustainability plan, and that there will be a solar field that will feed into the substation that we've built. All of this again is master plan. Some people can listen that they build friends, okay, I can put solar on my roof. Then I come to do some analysis. And no, we have planned long term for it already. So again, it goes back to planning around all these things across the various real estates or cities that we are building currently in Ghana. So it is doable, but it's a matter of the affordability that probably scares a lot of people away from that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. One last question, then we end the show. But I hope you know you're coming. I keep saying you're coming back, so I hope you know you come back and would, because there's a lot more to discuss.
Sure.
Let me let you step out of Apollonia again. What do you see as the future of urban housing in Ghana?
Okay, so the future of urban housing in Ghana is very bright and is ripe for this particular time because we have a lot of challenges. We have infrastructure challenges, we have urbanization challenges, we have housing challenges, we have affordability challenges. So urban developments such as Apollonia City caters for all these things, in that, okay, if you can afford a house, you can afford a land and build what you want. If you can afford a 3-bedroom, you can build your own semi-detached buildings. If you want an apartment, like we're about to launch at Apollonia Heights, which is an apartment building for people to buy. So the future is very bright. We are hoping that there will be more of government enablement to allow private participation to build more cities. Once the government can create an enabling environment, there's a lot of private equity or investors who can look at urban development in Ghana. So it's very bright, but we have to plan and be intentional about how we are developing across board. Yeah.
Okay. So if I hear you, it is within the challenge for you. It's within the challenge that we can quickly identify and fix certain things. Okay.
Yeah. Rendezvous came to Ghana because of the challenges of what Group CEO Stephen Jennings saw. A lot of traffic, there's the congestion. So that's why he came here, to say, okay, let's build a city that would decongest some of these things, remove the pressure off Accra CBD, and build a city that's at Apollonia City, like you said, imagine Tema, but much more better. Yeah. So once we identify the pain point, then urban development can solve that through master planning, to being very providing the right infrastructure for the long term. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, so it's time for us to end Zed Decor Live, and I am so excited about this discussion. It has set the right tone for the weekend and sets the right tone for me closing the show. All these things that we talk about is not for nothing. All these things that, I bring guest after guest after guest to talk about. These topics and these discussions is not for nothing. I always say that where I've reached, I'm 40 years old. There's some things that I wouldn't joke with, and housing is one of those things. Living well, living intentionally, living right is part of the rest of the life lives I have left, right? So I cannot play, or I cannot joke with it. And it's the same thing that my generation moving up and those behind us, we should intentionally look at these topics, look at how we live, look at our daily commute and what we can do to make our lives better. So at Zed Decor Live, or on Zed Decor Live, it's always that intentional discussion on these things. All right. So have a good weekend, and I would see you next Friday. And kindly note that this program is also going to be repeated on Sunday. And there's so many programs between this show all the way to next Friday. So many programs, lots of music, lots of discussions, lots of activities on Z 101.9 that should make you stick with us and not tune off. All right. So have a good weekend once again, and I'll see you. All right. Bye.